Leo, welcome back to my channel. This is the Rockstar Coach. I am here with a love and relationships reading for you today. This is a general reading for the sign of Leo, wherever that falls in your birth chart. I do offer personal readings, so if you'd like to take advantage of that, just check out the links in my bio. And if you have ordered a reading and have not received it yet, make sure to check your junk mail, as all have been sent out thus far. So make sure to check that. And let's go ahead and get into it. Today, I am using the Spirit Animal Oracle cards, Work Your Light, the Soul's Journey, and then, of course, ending the reading with the Power of Surrender. So let's get into it. Leo, Leo, Leo. Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo around love and relationships? Love and relationships. Leo, are you being stubborn? You know I love you, Leos. You all have a very special place in my heart. I have so many Leos in my life surrounding me. I learn so much from you. And are you being stubborn right now? I'm feeling this energy of, I'm not sure that I want to hear about this. So I would ask, why did you click on this video then? Probably because you are meant to be here. You are meant to see this. You are meant to hear this message. So just take a deep breath. You are not obligated to anything that comes through. Remember, as you well know, you have free will. Open yourself to some vulnerability, Leo. Not a word that you often like to hear or acquiesce to. Yeah, these do not want to come out today, Leo. Are you moving on? Are you moving on from something? Are you moving on from a relationship? No, they all want to come out. Are you moving on? That's interesting that once I asked that question, the cards wanted to come out. Time for a deep dive. Time for a deep dive, Leo. It is time for you to take a good hard look at yourself. Why is it that the relationships and the love relationships as of late have just felt tough? They've felt like your feet are in mud, right? It feels like, I don't like the word struggle, but it feels like you have really been struggling with relationships lately. And it feels like it's time for you to go deep. What is it that is important to you in a relationship, whether it be a friendship, a family relationship, or a love relationship? What is it that's important to you? How about letting everything else fall away? Accept those values, accept those things that you deem like not only important, but like they're on your checklist. And if you're in a relationship now and the relationship does not check all of the boxes, perhaps it's time to go inside yourself and ask, is there something that I can do to change? Because when we shift, when we make a change, everything and everyone around us shifts. Because energy is energy and it responds to other energy. Yeah, see the big picture. See the big picture of what is really important to you. It feels like some of these relationships for some of you Leos have been a struggle because you've kind of just fallen into them. You've kind of just let them happen. They've come into your life and you just kind of are like, whatever, I'm just going to go with this, this thing that's in front of me. And you haven't really you really haven't put the thought or the effort into it. So see the big picture. See what your part is in here, but also see the big picture and of what's important. What is important to you? If you don't get into a relationship with the clarity, then chances are when you look at a relationship once you're in it, it's likely not going to be fulfilling. It's likely not going to be something that feels good to you. It starts with you, and you have to know what it is that you want. And also, seeing the big picture will help keep you from those petty arguments, those little things that really aren't important. Because when you see the big picture and you know what you want and what you expect, then you're not going to be settling for less. You're not also going to be attracting the wrong things. Let's see what this is. Life is speeding up. Yeah. It's time for you to take a break. I know this says it's speeding up, but it's time for you to take a break and really go inside, see the big picture, what is it that you want, what changes can you make in a positive direction, because life is about to get real interesting, Leo. It's about to get really fast moving for you. A lot of things are about to happen, and they are good, and you want to be ready for them. There are going to be some shifts in relationships, and while some of them might not be perceived to be good because they may shift in a way that you didn't see coming or that you might think you don't want, but I promise you that what's coming is actually for your highest good. So when these shifts happen, don't be discouraged. Don't throw your hands up and say, oh, yeah, great. Yet again, just another one. No, say thank you, because now you've gone deep. You know what you want. You know what part you play in it, and you know how you are going to respond from now on and what you are going to set your mind on so that your relationships are smooth now. No more struggle. No more struggle. We're claiming that right now for you, Leo. Claim it. No more struggle. Claim that now. In fact, type that in the comments. No more struggle. Because now you're in a good place. You got warrior woman, but this is for males as well. Have you answered your deepest calling? So this is, again, time for a deep dive. See the big picture. Have you answered your calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? Have you allowed yourself to settle in your relationships? This is a very interesting question, Leo, and it goes back to what I was saying with life is speeding up. You want to be ready, and what's coming is good, even though some of the things are not going to be perceived as good, because some things are going to shift in a direction that you may not like on the surface. But again, what's coming is perfect for you. So if when you go deep and ask the question, if you really are settling in some of your relationships, it's time to make a change, Leo. Ugh. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? I mean, can it get any clearer, Leo? I mean, trying to like really get this point across. And then no. This says wait, postpone, pause, say no. This is the don't settle. Don't settle, Leo. Good enough is not for you, Leo. Good enough is not what you are meant to have in your relationships. Let's go back to these soul journey cards. Thank you. And just one. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So no more blame game. We're not blaming anyone, Leo, for the way things have ended up, for the way that for the way that things turned out, because each person has their own part in the story. So no more blame, no more pointing fingers. Take your responsibility, and then now you know, now that you've gone for that deep dive and you see the big picture, now you know. You know what part you played, and you know what you're not going to allow in your life again. Whether that's other people and their actions or their treatment of you, or it's you and your actions and your treatment of yourself and others. There's no going back, but you can look back and learn the lessons. So when you're doing that, when you do that deep dive, there's no positive that comes out of blame. So stay away from that blame game. Just learn what is meant to be learned from the past. And no more settling. No more settling, no more struggle. Power of surrender. Okay, Leo. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. So how does a person make you feel? When you're moving forward, after you've taken this deep dive and you see now with a different perspective, now that you know more about yourself, you are more in tune with yourself. So listen to your body. When you are meeting people, whether this is at work, whether this is people in your family that you are around on a regular basis, maybe these are people that you are meeting for the first time out in public, in a social setting, maybe this is dating, and I'm also getting, this is also for some of you, this is a romantic relationship that you're in. If you constantly have anxiety or you feel uneasy around certain people, listen to your body. Your body is telling you something. And then make the appropriate changes. And surrender to creativity. So, Leo, there are plenty of ways. You are very charming and you are very creative in a lot of your relationships. This is kind of a reminder to you be creative with your relationship with yourself. Like, don't fall into the same patterns, is what I'm hearing. So being creative and figuring out how to love someone else, how to appreciate someone else, how to show your affection and your gratitude. Like, really have fun with it. And also be creative with yourself. How can I show up differently? How can I, and in all the while being authentic, how can I show up differently? Because so often we get stuck in these patterns because of the way we grew up, because of what's ingrained in us from childhood and what we've learned along the way. And so the creative part about how we live our lives is, how can I show up differently and be true to myself at the same time? How can I get out of these patterns? Be creative and know that you are on the right path. You're a leader, Leo. You're really setting the tone for your relationships. I know this sounds really grand, but for the rest of time, like for the rest of your life. This is a very pivotal time in your life, because you get to now kind of wipe the slate clean, take the lessons from the past and wipe the slate clean and move forward from here. This is setting the tone for the rest of the relationships for the rest of your life, because you are going to show up differently, Leo. And good for you, because we need leaders. We need strong, loving, authentic leaders in our world. And when they are the ones that are showing up in love, wow, what a difference you can make in our world. It starts with you, Leo. Take that lead, go deep. You've got this, and no more struggle for you, Leo. So I hope that you found something in this reading that really resonated for you, and that you can take into the rest of your week and really integrate, really work on some things, because you've got a beautiful, beautiful future coming in for you, Leo. Thank you for being here. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, help by your support. I would love it. And share it if you feel led. Next, I'm feeling an energy clearing around love and relationships. And then the next reading I will be doing will be a general reading for all of the signs as well. So stay tuned for more. And again, thank you for being here. Until next time, take care.